Have you ever noticed that after a certain age, your body starts sending you little messages it never used to? Maybe it's feeling a little more tired after a meal, or waking up with a few more aches than usual. Maybe it's realizing that certain foods just don't sit right anymore. Or maybe it's simply noticing how much more precious good health feels now, compared to when you were younger. If you're over 60, you already know, health isn't something to take for granted anymore. It's something we protect. And one of the most powerful ways to do that? It starts right on your plate. See, the truth is, your body's needs shift with time. After 60, it's not just about eating to satisfy hunger, it's about eating to fuel vitality, protect your heart, keep your bones strong, and give your immune system the fighting chance it deserves. And here's the beautiful part. It doesn't require complicated diets, expensive supplements, or impossible routines. It just takes choosing a few powerful foods every single day that love your body back. Foods that help you stay strong, energetic, clear-minded. Foods that help you prevent illness, not just treat it after it arrives. In today's video, we're going to walk through 5 must-have foods that can make all the difference. Simple, delicious, and healing choices that you can add to your everyday meals without stress. Because staying healthy after 60 isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. And to start with, let's talk about something that's often overlooked. Leafy greens. I know, it sounds almost too simple. But the power packed into a handful of spinach, kale, or Swiss chard is honestly extraordinary. You see, as we age, our bodies naturally fight more inflammation. Inflammation isn't always bad. It's part of how we heal. But chronic inflammation, the kind that builds quietly in your body over time, is what leads to bigger problems like heart disease, arthritis, even cognitive decline. Leafy greens are some of the most anti-inflammatory foods you can eat. They're loaded with vitamins like A, C, and K, all critical for immune health, bone strength, and brain function. And even better, they contain powerful antioxidants that help protect your cells from everyday damage. What I love about leafy greens is how easy they are to slip into your meals. Toss a handful into your morning omelet. Blend a few leaves into a smoothie. Or simply saute them with a little olive oil and garlic for a delicious side dish. It's not about overhauling everything you eat overnight. It's about making small, loving choices that add up over time. And speaking of olive oil, that brings me to another incredible food for life after 60. Healthy fats. Now, fats used to get such a bad reputation. Remember when every product in the store was low-fat this, no-fat that? But now we know better. The right kinds of fat are absolutely essential for protecting your heart, your brain, and even your skin. Olive oil, avocado, nuts, seeds, these foods are packed with monounsaturated fats, which actually help lower bad cholesterol and support good cholesterol. They also help reduce inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and keep your joints supple and strong. One of my favorite simple habits? Drizzle a little extra virgin olive oil over your veggies. Add a few slices of avocado to your sandwich. Keep a small handful of almonds nearby for an afternoon snack instead of reaching for cookies. Tiny choices, but they change everything over time. Because here's the thing, after 60, our bodies aren't asking for extreme diets. They're asking for nourishment. They're asking for foods that are rich in real nutrients, not just empty calories. It's about choosing what strengthens you, what protects you, what helps you not just survive, but truly thrive. And when you start making those choices, not with fear, not with stress, but with love, you'll notice the difference. More energy, fewer aches, a clearer mind, a lighter step. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. One beautiful meal at a time. Now that we've started with two powerful, easy changes, leafy greens and healthy fats, let's move deeper into how you can continue nourishing yourself daily in ways that protect your future and bring more joy to every single bite. Now that we've talked about leafy greens and healthy fats, let's keep going, because there are even more simple foods that can quietly transform how you feel every day after 60. One that surprises a lot of people? Berries. Yes, those tiny, colorful fruits you see at the store. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, they aren't just a sweet treat. They're like little bombs of nutrition, packed with antioxidants that protect your cells from aging. You see, as the years go by, something called oxidative stress starts to build up in the body. It's like little bits of wear and tear happening inside you every day. And left unchecked, oxidative stress contributes to chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and dementia. But berries, especially blueberries, are powerful natural warriors against that damage. They're loaded with vitamin C and K, fiber, and something called anthocyanins, the compounds that give them their beautiful color and protect your brain and heart. And you don't need a mountain of them. Just a small handful a day can make a real difference. You can toss them into your morning oatmeal, mix them into yogurt, or just snack on them straight from the bowl while you sit by the window enjoying a peaceful afternoon. It's small, it's simple, and it's beautiful, the kind of choice that reminds you that taking care of yourself doesn't have to be complicated or stressful. Another food that deserves a place on your plate after 60? Fatty fish. Think salmon, mackerel, sardines, the kinds of fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats are like a soothing balm for your body from the inside out. Omega-3s have been shown to protect against heart disease, support brain health, reduce joint pain, and even boost mood, which is so important because, let's be honest, emotional health matters just as much as physical health as we get older. I once spoke with a woman in her 70s who said adding more salmon to her weekly meals made her feel sharper, happier, and more energetic. And she wasn't following a strict plan, she just swapped out 1 or 2 dinners a week. Small choices, big changes. If fresh fish feels like too much trouble sometimes, don't worry, canned wild salmon or sardines are great too. You can mash them into a sandwich spread, toss them onto a salad, or stir them into pasta with a little olive oil and lemon. Easy, satisfying, and powerful for your health. And here's something else you might not expect to hear in a conversation about preventing illness after 60, beans. Yes, beans. Black beans, chickpeas, lentils, these humble little foods are absolute superstars for your body. Beans are rich in fiber, and after 60, fiber becomes one of your greatest allies. It helps keep your digestion regular, your cholesterol in check, your blood sugar stable, and it even supports a healthy gut, which researchers now know plays a huge role in your immune system. Plus, beans are a fantastic source of plant-based protein, giving you the strength you need without putting a heavy burden on your digestion like some meats can. And they're so versatile. You can add a handful of chickpeas to a salad. Make a simple bean soup. Mash some black beans into a quick spread for toast. Comforting, hearty, nourishing, and incredibly good for you. I always like to say that when you eat foods like these, real, colorful, whole foods, you aren't just feeding your stomach. You're feeding your future. Every bite is like putting another drop of energy, resilience, and vitality into the bank of your life. And when you think about it that way, healthy eating doesn't feel like a chore anymore. It feels like a gift you give yourself, and your future self will thank you for it. Now, it's important to remember that eating well isn't about being perfect. You don't have to overhaul your entire pantry overnight. You don't have to eat salads at every meal if you don't want to. It's about finding little ways to love yourself better through the foods you choose. Adding a few berries to breakfast. Swapping a fast food burger for a piece of grilled salmon once in a while. Reaching for a handful of almonds instead of a bag of chips. Simple shifts. Gentle upgrades. Choices made from love, not fear. Because you deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel clear-headed. You deserve to move through the world with as much energy and peace as possible, at any age. And trust me, your body notices every kind choice you make. Even if you can't feel the difference overnight, deep inside, your heart, your brain, your bones, they are saying thank you. And speaking of gratitude, that brings me to one final food that ties everything together beautifully. Something that's not only good for your body but also for your spirit. There's one more must-have food I want to share with you today, and it might just be the most important of all because it supports not just your physical health, but your emotional well-being too. And that is fermented foods. Think about foods like plain yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, or even a simple serving of miso soup. These foods are packed with probiotics, the good bacteria that help keep your gut healthy. And a healthy gut, as more and more studies are showing, plays a critical role in everything from strong immunity to stable mood to clearer thinking. After 60, our bodies naturally produce fewer beneficial gut bacteria. That means adding fermented foods to your diet becomes even more important. It's like giving your digestive system and immune system a team of tiny helpers working for you around the clock. You don't need a lot to get the benefits either. Just a spoonful or two of sauerkraut on your lunch plate, a small bowl of yogurt in the morning, or a cup of kefir a few times a week can do wonders. And here's the beautiful thing, nourishing your gut doesn't just make your stomach feel better. It actually makes your mind feel clearer and your spirit feel lighter. Because when your gut is in balance, your whole body follows. I knew a gentleman named Harold, 73 years old, living a quiet life near the coast. He used to struggle with low energy and just feeling a bit off most days. Then he started adding a little yogurt to breakfast and sauerkraut to his dinner a few times a week. Simple changes. But within a few months, he told me, I feel like I woke up again. Like I'm sharper. Like my days have more color. And it wasn't from anything drastic, it was just from treating his body with the right foods, every day. That's the magic here. You don't need a complicated plan. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need small, steady habits that honor where you are and where you want to go. Leafy greens to fight inflammation. healthy fats to protect your heart and brain, berries to defend your cells, fatty fish to fuel your mind and joints, beans to nourish your digestion and keep your energy steady, and fermented foods to balance your gut and lift your spirit. When you put all these together, not with perfection, but with consistency, you are building a body that supports you, a mind that stays sharp, and a spirit that feels full of life. Because after 60, food isn't just about surviving. It's about thriving. It's about feeling strong when you wake up, feeling steady in your mind, feeling light and energized enough to do the things you love, whether that's tending to your garden, traveling, walking with a friend, or simply sitting on your porch with the evening breeze brushing against your face. And maybe most importantly, it's about knowing deep down that you're still investing in yourself, that you're not giving up, that you are choosing life, choosing energy, choosing possibility with every bite you take. Every small decision adds up. Every colorful plate you build is a gift to your future self. Every time you swap something processed for something fresh, you're telling your body, I still believe in you. And your body, no matter where you are in your journey, still believes in you too. It's still fighting for you, still healing, still ready to carry you into all the beautiful days ahead. You deserve to feel that power. You deserve to know that no matter your age, you can still influence your health. You can still choose strength. You can still choose joy. And it doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours, small, steady steps forward, rooted in care and love for yourself. So the next time you sit down at the table, take a moment. Look at your plate not with judgment, but with gratitude. Thank yourself for making even one nourishing choice today. And know that every bite you take is one more stitch in the rich, beautiful tapestry of your life. You're not too late. You're not too old. You're exactly where you need to be, and the best days can still be ahead. Speech balloon, if today's message inspired you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one healthy food you've added, or want to start adding, to your life after 60? Let's share and inspire each other. Thumbs up like this video if it made you feel hopeful. Bell subscribe to the channel if you want more gentle, powerful guidance for living your best life at every age. Here's to eating well, living fully, and choosing joy, one beautiful day at a time. Glowing Star.